The boy who wasted his 20 seconds. What if I told you that the biggest regret of your life isn't something you've done? It's something you're not doing right now? Not a mistake. Not a failure. Not bad luck. Just waiting. Waiting to start. Waiting to change. Waiting for the perfect moment. Because the truth is, most people don't lose their future in a single day. They lose it one comfortable day at a time. This is the story of a boy who thought he had all the time in the world. And by the time he realized he didn't, 10 years were gone. At 20 years old, Adam was full of dreams. He wanted to build a successful life. He wanted freedom. He wanted to make his family proud. Like many young people, he believed his future would be amazing. Not because he was working for it, but because he assumed it would happen eventually. Every year he bought a new notebook. Every year he wrote new goals, learned new skills, get in shape, start a business, become successful. And every year he looked at those goals and told himself the same thing. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow. A simple word, but one that quietly stole years from his life. Whenever things became difficult, tomorrow was there. Whenever he needed discipline, tomorrow was there. Whenever he had a chance to take action, tomorrow gave him permission to wait. At first, it didn't seem like a problem. A few hours wasted here and there. A few days spent doing nothing productive. A little entertainment. A little scrolling. A little comfort. After all, he was still young. What difference could one day make? But days became weeks. Weeks became months. And months became years. Without realizing it, Adam had fallen into a trap. Not the trap of failure. The trap of delay. Because failure teaches lessons. Delay teaches nothing. It simply steals time. At 22, Adam still believed he had plenty of time. At 24, he still believed it. At 26, nothing had changed except the number on his birthday cake. Meanwhile, life kept moving. Friends who once talked about dreams were now living them. Some learned valuable skills. Some started businesses. Some built careers. Some created opportunities for themselves. They weren't smarter than Adam. They weren't more talented. They simply started before they felt ready. And year after year, the gap between them grew larger. The scary thing about wasting your 20s is that life doesn't punish you immediately. There is no warning sign. No alarm. No message telling you that you're falling behind. Everything feels normal. That's why so many people never notice it happening. Until one day reality arrives. For Adam, that moment came shortly after his 30th birthday. He attended a reunion with old friends. People he grew up with. People who once stood exactly where he stood. As he listened to their stories, something inside him began to sink. These weren't different people. They had started in the same place. But while they spent years building their future, Adam spent years postponing his. For the first time in his life, he felt true regret. Not because they succeeded, but because he realized how much time he had wasted. That night, he couldn't sleep. He lay awake staring at the ceiling, thinking about every excuse he had made, every opportunity he ignored, every promise he broke to himself. And then a painful realization hit him. Nobody stole his 20s. Nobody ruined his future. There was no enemy, no bad luck, no secret reason. He had given those years away himself. One excuse at a time. One distraction at a time. One comfortable day at a time. And suddenly he understood something that changed his life forever. The life you want isn't built by the decisions you make once. It's built by the decisions you repeat every day. The next morning, Adam did something he should have done years ago. He stopped waiting. Stopped making excuses. Stopped telling himself he would start tomorrow. And he finally began. Not perfectly. Not dramatically. Just one step. Then another. Then another. Because he understood that the best time to start had passed. But the second best time was now. Bro, time doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It keeps moving. With you or without you. And one day, you'll meet the person you could have become. The person who took action, The person who stayed disciplined. The person who refused to waste another year. When that day comes, make sure they smile at you. Not because of what you planned to do, but because of what you actually did. Because the boy who wasted his 20s thought he had time. And that's exactly how he lost it. Follow for part 2.